Hey, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. And today, well, I think we got a new one. A new one for the drawer. Here's the drawer so far, people. Let me put it this way so you guys can see. Plus the one that went to work with me today. This is so far my EDC drawer, my rotation drawer for this year so far. All these folders. Well, these two were redesigned this year, but they're folders I had from previous years. But I redesigned them because I'm not going to buy new Dimco folders this year because they're very expensive, and I already have enough Dimco folders. I don't have any of the newest models, but I have the newest one I have is a Spearpoint 390, and then the other one is an LMAX. Spearpoint 390, the other one's an LMAX Shark's Foot. And then I have three other D2 ones. The orange D2 one was in my drawer last year. And that's the one with the Shark's Foot. This is my D2 one with the clip blade. That's one that's in the drawer this year. Absolutely loving this knife. These scales came from John Dimco in Wampum, PA. From the custom shop, JG10. I love JG10. It's one of my favorites for G10. Hi, sweetie. You trying to get up here and take over the show? I see what you're doing. My other newest favorite, recent addition, is the Crew Wear, exclusive from the Knife Center. Absolutely loving this knife, people. This is the Manix 2XL. It's actually become, well, I already love the Manix 2XL from my other previous one, but I really love this Crew Wear one because it's my first one with the without the blacked out finishes, and I'm digging it. I like it. I really like it. I know it's probably gonna, the blade's probably gonna eventually stain on me and all that kind of stuff, but until it does, I'm gonna enjoy it. I even enjoy it after it gets stained. But this one's a D2 blade too, so this one will probably eventually get stained too, but what can you do? I love them, absolutely love them. But my preferred steel though for a folding knife, for a pocket knife, is stainless steel, people. Don't think it's carbon steels, it's stainless steel. I like carbon steels for fixed blades. High carbon steel, should I say. This is the other one I made this year out of Fly Titanium scales. All of my 80 models have Lynch pocket clips on them, except for my original one. They all have the Lynch titanium deep carry pocket clips. That's what I like. And this one has original goat backspacer, brass backspacer, with Fly Titanium brass thumb studs, solid brass thumb studs. This is the DLC coated AUS 10A version with the clip blade. Saber ground flat ground clip blade. This one, oh man, I keep getting these every year. Pretty much every year since I've had my channel and I've had the rotation drawer where I can't, keep using knives from the previous years. So I always end up getting another one of these. Because I absolutely love the large Recon one for EDC folder. Why? Because this folder makes me feel, this is the folder I like to carry when I feel like I need to carry or sometimes I just want to carry a more heavy duty self-defense tool, but it doesn't weigh a lot. That's what I like about it. All my favorite cold steels are pretty much the lighter weight ones. I know Andrew made a lot of very heavyweight, super strong knives, but I tend to like the ones that are like middleweight. I would call middleweight like 4.5, or let's just say 4 to 6 ounces. 4 to 6 ounces. Those are the ones that's the weight class I probably like the best for folding knives. And this one is 5.3. We'll weigh these all out when we get done showing them here. And last is my Baglighter XL. This is an awesome work knife. I think the finish on it is a stonewash PVD. This one has the marble carbon fiber handle scales on it. I customized it with the scales that came off the other one that originally had this. But I wanted an all blacked out knife. Absolutely love it. It has a 154 cm stainless steel blade. Absolutely love 154 cm. It's one of my favorite ingot steels. It's got a full flat ground blade. Just about 4 inches long. Handle's about 5 inches long, somewhere like that. Plunge-Lock. Absolutely love it. It's fun to use. Plunge-Locks are very fun. It's a very fun lock. It's a lock that's really good for people who like to fidget, if you ask me. Why? Because it's a very simple lock and it's easy to fidget with. It's not hard to fidget with. It's a very easy knife to fidget with. And it's just a lot of fun. I enjoy plunge locks, and now, you know, with there's a lot of great plunge locks under $100. There's a lot of great plunge locks for right around $50 to $75 too. So if you like knives that are fun to fidget with, I highly recommend these. And you know, if you get one with a flipper like this, because the plunge lock's not the strongest lock type, if you get one with a flipper like this, it even makes a great self-defense tool if need be. Because even if this lock is to give out, it's not going to just automatically fold in on your hand. So it's fairly safe. Absolutely love the Baglighter XL. Absolutely love them. Okay, so now what's up? What's up now? Well, we got a new edition for President's Day. This is a President's Day edition. And which one it is it? It's the one I've been telling you about that they've had on sale at Midway USA. I think they still have it on sale too. $89 for a Pentagon XR with a CTS-XHP stainless steel blade and G10 handle scales. It's got the XR lock, which is basically an axis lock with a flipper. Let's check it out. It's totally sealed up here. Doing the unboxing today. All right. Let's see. I guess we better do this and okay. Broke the seal. Yeah, okay, let's see if we can take a look at it now. You gonna push through? There we go. Yes, we got any specs on here? Designed for elite uniform professionals, Pentagon XR is the ultimate in defensive carry. Pentagon XR. See what it says on the specs back here. The blade, wide spear point. This Cryo CTS-XHP stainless steel. XR lock, rugged handle, reversible pocket clip. Features ambidextrous, smooth, open, and close, and solid locking, XR lock. $89, people. A Pentagon XR. Has the wolf gray handles. This is the one that you would get for $89. I think it's a great deal. I have two other Pentagon XRs and I spent like I think like $65 or $70 for them. Because normally these are like $180 or so. It's got the little plastic thing right here. Oh, super smooth. This is one of my favorite knives too. This is one I told you that I evolved into. This one's real stiff right now. There it goes. It's breaking in already. Beautiful. Absolutely love it, people. This is going to be the new one in the box. I love these blades too. Y'all see my other one that the original S.O.G company made for me. It says Stiletto on it. It's all blacked out. I love this one. You know, I mean, I've been trying different colors of things and stuff like that. Absolutely loving it. That's how we're going to set it up now. Let's set up just like this, the smaller ones, huh? There's the box, people. Oh yeah. It's got a lot of detent. This one has more detent than my other one. Maybe it's something that they improved on. Nice and solid lockup, no side to side, no up and down. Solid lockup when it's in the folded position too, there's no movement. Reversible pocket clips, not quite deep carry though, but it's deep enough. Got dogs barking next door again. Absolutely loving it, people. And this one has a titanium nitrate coating. I think that's what they call it. Titanium nitrate. Let's see how big it is. From the handle to the blade tip, it's about 8 1/4. Looks like about 8 1/4. The blade itself, 3.5 inches, right on the money, 3.5 inches. Let's compare it to. Now I always like to line up the pivots because I like to see how long the blades are compared to each other. This one is a 3.25 or something like that, 3 1/4 inch blade, and this one's 3.5 inch, and that looks like it's exactly right on the money there too. This looks like it's exactly about 1/4 inch smaller. The handles are pretty close in size. Let's compare it to, this one has a 3.5 inch blade, or a 3.6 inch blade. See, right about the same size, real close. These are great EDCs too, because they're nice and lightweight. They're like 4.3 ounces or something like that. The Manix 2XL looks bigger. It's not really that much bigger, it just looks bigger because it's a wider knife. It's not thicker though. It doesn't have more girth. This one actually has more girth than the Manix 2, I think. Keep the pivots all lined up. This one sort of fits about the same as the Manix 2XL. Man, I love the Recon 1. The large Recon 1, people, everybody should own one of these. Everybody should own a large Recon 1, in my opinion. And if you don't own, a large Recon 1, I know you can't get the large Tau Wars no more, which kind of sucks because that's an excellent knife for a large size knife. But The one of my favorites right now is the Recon one that you can still get, and that's, you know, this one of the original, you know, old school cold steel folders. The Voyagers and these are like the first ones, and the American Lawmen and the AK-47s, and then came Tile Wars and holdouts. But these were before. These are pre-Tile War and holdouts. I think they came like right after the I don't know, maybe it's around the same time as the Voyagers and AK-47s, because they all sort of evolved around the same time, the way I remember it. But this is my favorite, you know, for defensive folders that I can, you know, it's easy to carry, it's lightweight, doesn't weigh a lot. It's very easy knife to carry, and yet it's very strong. It's a very strong knife and very capable. And they come in all kinds of different blades. You can get a saber ground, saber flat ground spear point, or a drop point, whatever you want to call it, or you can get the clip point blade, saber ground clip point blade. All right, let's compare it to the bag lighter. Right on. This year, I'm not going to really be buying small, tiny knives, people. This will probably be the smallest knife that you'll see from me this year. And the reason being is that I've started to accumulate a lot of small knives, and I'm not really a small knife person. And I don't know, one day I might do a Patreon or something like that. I'll give away a lot of this stuff, but like the smaller knives, they're not really me. And there's only a few small knives I really like. It's like the S.O.G XR. I love that one. I love the 80 20.5. What other small knives I like? There's a couple others, people. There's a couple others I really like that fit my hand. Usually for me to like a small knife, it has to fit my hand. The handle has to fit my hand. I don't care if the handle's a little bit bigger than the blade and it looks a little bit out of proportion. That's okay with me, because I like to have a full grip on the knife. That's one reason why I like these. Because even though my hand comes all the way to the end of it, I still got a full, comfortable, capable grip. And I feel like I got a really solid grip on this knife. This knife, even though it's small, I think it'd be, you know, very capable as a self-defense tool also, if need be. Wouldn't be my first choice. I'd pick a bigger knife first, you know. But if need be, if this was all I had in my pocket, I think this would work too. I wouldn't be worried about the knife folding in on my hand, and I like the grip. The grip is really good. Especially, I don't know if you guys experienced this peel ply from Fly Titanium. This stuff feels really good on grip. I mean, it's like I think it's one of the better scales that I've tried as far as like grip is concerned. I like it better than the RGT ones with the micarta, because those are a little bit slippier compared to this. This feels real grippy. And it doesn't even look grippy, but it feels real grippy. And it's not hard on your pants either. But I really love the texture on this, the peel ply G10. Absolutely love it. From Flytanium, not Fly Titanium, Flytanium. This one, people, this is the new one. That's the new one. That's the new one. Let's see how much these things weigh. Let's see, I'm trying to do this so everybody can see. Okay, we're all zeroed out there. Let's start off with this one. 4.8 ounces. 4.8 ounces. It weighs a little bit more than I thought it weighed. I was thinking it was more like 4.3. 4.8 ounces. Compare it to the bag lighter. 5.2. So this one's the lightest. Bag lighter, second lightest. We know this is going to be the lightest. 80 20.5. 4.5 ounces. 4.5 ounces. It's probably because you got the brass backspacer on this one. I forgot about that. Yeah, that adds weight. Okay. My new favorite. I absolutely love this one. 5.4 ounces. 5.4. And I know this one probably weighs 5.3, if I remember right. I weighed it before. 5.3, so just edged it out. Just edged it out. And here we go. One of my all-time favorites of all time, 5.4 for the Recon. Yes. Yes. So these two weigh the exact same amount. Actually, all three of these pretty much weigh the exact same amount. Yeah, well, I guess this one's 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.4. And these two are fairly close together. This one's 4.8 and 4.5. So that's the way I'd separate them. These are pretty much all in the same weight class. All the blade thicknesses are pretty much the same too. I think the Recon 1 has the thickest blade stock with 3.5 millimeters. Let's check it out. Check it out and see. This one also has T6s for your pivot, which is kind of unusual. Okay, let's start thickness testing on this one. This thickness testing checking. .4. What's that? Yep, 3.45. So it's 3.5 millimeter. We'll call it 3.5 millimeter. 3.5 millimeter. 3.26. So we'll call this one 3.3. 3.5, 3.3. 3.13. So it's 3.13, 3.2. So we'll call this one 3.2. I'll show you guys. .2. 3.5, 3.3, well actually 3.4 something, 3.3 something, and 3.2 something. And this is 3.16, 17. So this is 3.2 also. We'll call it 3.2. Now, this one's thinned out on both sides like a dagger blade. So let me see if I can get right in the middle. It says 2.78. It's kind of hard to get a measurement on this one. .98. I'd call it 3 millimeter. 3 millimeter. 3 millimeter. That's what we're going to call it. This one, 3.2 millimeter. 3.19, 3.2 millimeter. So this one has the thinnest blade stock. Got a lot of detent on this one right here. I think it just needs to be a little bit broken in. Because my other ones are like super smooth. Oh, there we go. Absolutely love these people. These are great blades. Let me wipe it down a little bit. Great blades. These are fun to carry, easy to carry. They're fun to fiddle with. Fidget with, not fiddle with. They're great fidgeters. At one point, this was to me this was the best fidgeter. I remember thinking of it as being the best fidgeter. But anyway, people, that's what I got for you guys today. I hope everybody's doing good out there. And what we got for the pivot screws, we got T6, T6, T6. Is that a T6 or T8? Yep, T6. They're all T6s, people. T6, T6. Now, one thing that's a negative about these is that when you take them apart and put them back together, it's hard to get them centered out again. So this one, I'm not going to take it apart unless I have to, unless it really gets dirty or something like that. This one, I'll just put a few drops of oil in it. Let's do it right now. It's a ball bearing knife. It has ball bearings, it has a ball bearing pivot. They're not hard to take apart and put back together. It's hard to get them centered because you got two screws that you have to adjust. And it's hard to get them dialed in exactly right. At least for me, it has been. Oh, I love it. The newest addition, people. The newest addition to the drawer. So this is what my EDC drawer looks like now. Got the Pentagon XR. Pentagon XR. 80-20.5. Baglighter XL. Manix 2XL. The 80-20S model with the clip blade. And a Tonto Recon, large Recon 1. That's my drawer so far. I probably only want to get like maybe a few more for this year. So we're probably getting close to, the knives are going to be in my drawer for this year now. I pretty much have a knife for every type of thing I want to use a knife for right now in my drawer right here. I got my self-defense, my dedicated self-defense folder. But it can pass. And the reason why I like this, not only just because I like orange, and I like, knives that, it's hard to lose in the outdoors, but I just think it looks really good. I really think this color combination looks really good. I think it makes it look a little bit less tactical and a little bit more gray. So, the sheeple won't be so tripped out on it if they ever see it. Especially with the deep carry pocket clip. I can hide it fairly well too. Same thing goes for this one. This one looks a little bit more gray with the translucent JG10 scales on it. And I love the way these natural JG10 scales look. They really look good when you got all blacked out hardware too. But I don't have a blacked out 80-20S model. And these smooth G10 scales, at first I thought I wouldn't like them. I even bought another set of scales that I haven't unboxed. I probably won't unbox them. But I got a brand new set of scales for this that are just like the old style, the old style G10 scales, brand new. And I was going to swap these scales out for those, but I'm starting to like these now. I like the way it slides in and out of my pants really easy. And I actually have, gotten accustomed to them, so, the grip is not even bad on them anymore. And I feel confident, maneuvering it around in my hand. I don't feel like it's going to slide out my hand. And the grip on these, I just love the Manix 2XL, people. Y'all know I love the 80-20S. And they got the, pretty much the same style handle. It's like a Mustang pattern knife that a lot of people have done. They have the same style pattern handle. Well, these two have the same style pattern handle. I don't know if we got a name for it yet. I think if anybody gets a name, I think it's Spyderco, because I'm pretty sure Spyderco had it first. Because I'm pretty sure this knife was out before the 80-20s were. I may be wrong though, because I know Andrew was making these things as custom knives long before he made the MG ones. So I don't know what the timing or the years or whatever the dates on that is exactly. Because if you look up the patents on the Triad lock, I think they were patented way back in 2008 or something like that. Either 2006, 2008. It was like a couple of years before they even started producing the knife. So in other words, Andrew had made that knife, long before they even went into production. So I don't know, if he had things in, I don't know. But anyway, I love these handles. And thank you, Andrew, if you didn't invent this handle, for using this handle type. I love this handle. And Spyderco, you got a winner with the, to me, with the Manix 2XL is a winner. It's a total winner. I think it's one of the best folders that they have, as far as like, well, I like the amalgam. I like the amalgam and the sliver axe too. I think those are really great folders too. The compression lock amalgam and sliver axe. I think those used to be my favorites before I got this one. But after I've gotten this one, I don't know what it is. This one's a little bit smoother than my all blacked out one. I don't know if it's because maybe it doesn't have the finishes on it or something. I don't know what it is because it's made exactly the same way as the other one. And both of them had the titanium. I put the titanium ball cage in them because I don't like the plastic ball cages. So that's one thing I do modify about these. As soon as I get it, I change the ball cage. But other than that, I like the knife just the way it is. I love this crew wear so far. I haven't had any issues with rust or anything like that. I've been using it every day for food prep, cutting all kinds of vegetables and things, and it hasn't stained up on me yet. I was sort of expecting it to stain up, but it didn't. So I don't know if it's sort of like 3V is sort of like, I haven't had 3V stain on me either, and I've been using that too for outdoor stuff and everything. And that seems to not be it's not like 1095. 1095 and 1075 and 5160 and pretty much all the other high carbon steels, they rot really quick. And it seems like the powdered ones that I've tried so far, like the 3V and the crew wear. But this is an ingot steel for the D2. That one I haven't had any rust issues. I don't have any D2 knives that are rusty. But I do live in California though, where I don't live next to the ocean, so it's not salty air or anything like that. It's not humid where I live, so maybe that's the reason why I don't have rust problems. And then I think about even the one that I took the finish off of my Tops Wild Pig Hunter, that one hasn't rusted either. It doesn't have any, it's just raw 1095 right now. It's been like that for a long time now. All right, people. Well, let's shut this one off here. Let's take a look at them again. That's the new one. All right, people. That's it for today. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Peace. Stiletto.